Hello, I'm Umbrenero and welcome back to Umbrenero's Life. Today's video is Pokemon Card Project 2026 Generation 1. It's that time where I have decided to work on a project that has been needing to be done slightly. This is because I have gained more Pokemon cards somehow, and this is going to be the first of these videos. Unlike the project that I did last year, which has obviously been dismantled, this one should be a little more useful. Well, in the sense of organizing all of my bulk cards. With Generation 1, I have the most bulk because of all of the older sets, and I have a good number from each of those sets, so there's quite a few. But with that being said, this is a heads up that there may be adjustments as to how this video series is recorded because there are so many variables that I am working with. So, while you see the cards mostly, know that there's another task being done at the same time, slightly off camera. I am actually logging every single card to keep track of what I have and what I don't have. There have been a few surprises so far while entering, and a few not really surprises, I would say. Also, a quick thing before it is commented potentially a lot. Yes, every single card is sleeved for its protection, and anything that is considered rare, holographic, or reverse holographic, they have different sleeves corresponding to where it's located. So, let's go on to the specifics for Generation 1. Generation 1 is Kanto, and there are officially 151 Pokemon in the first generation. Technically, in this generation, I am missing a total of 17 Pokemon, which does include mostly Alolan variants and a few Galarian variants. But there are 3 that are not variants of any type. They include the following Pokemon: Alolan Rattata, Alolan Raichu, Alolan Diglett, Alolan Meowth, Alolan Persian, Alakazam, Alolan Geodude, Alolan Graveler, Alolan Golem, Galarian Rapidash, Alolan Muck, Alolan Executor, Alolan Marowak, Galarian Weezing, Kabutops, Aerodactyl, and Galarian Moltres. So, I am using various ETBs that I have gathered over the years to store everything. And with Kanto being the second largest generation, I decided to use 3 of these boxes. I will openly say that I know that 3 boxes is not enough for this generation, and for now, it will be spreading into the first box of Johto. But it is what it is. There's not much I can do about that. In the future, I will hopefully be able to put the overflow from the Johto boxes of Generation 1 into a 4th box, but that's in the future. That will happen at another time. So I want to show a few of my favorite cards from this generation. And I'm going to put them up on the screen here so that way you can kind of see them. These are not my actual cards. These are just photos of the cards to make it a lot easier for editing purposes. And I'll just put them up in order as to where they kind of fit in my ranking. This isn't the official ranking. This is just the top 8. So out of these 8, 1 is probably more of my favorite from each generation than others, but that's for you to figure out. So, first card I'm going to show off as one of my favorites is Squirtle from Stellar Crown. Next up is Ghastly from the Legendary Collection, and this is the reverse holo. It is one of my favorites because it was one of the first reverse holos I ever got. Up next is Flareon from Jungle. Next is Blaine's Arcanine from Gym Challenge. So, before I started talking about these, I said these were photos, like, of the card in general. Yeah, my Blaine's Arcanine, it does not look like this condition at all. It has been through a lot, but I love the card. It's still one of my favorites, which is why it is on this list. Next up is Psyduck from Astral Radiance. Yes, this is a common card, but Psyduck has a special meaning for me, which is why I chose this one to be included in my favorites because of its special meaning. Up next, we have Slowpoke from the Scarlet and Violet base set. Next up is Galarian Articuno V from the Astral Radiance Trainer Gallery. Another card that I really like the art of. And rounding out my top 8 is Horsey from Shrouded Fable. So that is the grouping of my top 8 Pokemon from this generation, like card-wise. I will say, in other generations, there may be duplicates of Pokemon. There could have been duplicates here, but certain cards won out over others just because of what my thoughts behind them were. So, it is what it is. But as you can see, this project is mostly straightforward. There will most likely be changes that will happen in the future, but hopefully they won't be too drastic. And with this being Generation 1, this is where everything started for me. This is where my collecting began. And who would have known that a little game would be something that brings me joy now, 30 years later. But sometimes it's that simple little thing that makes things so much better. So enjoy taking a look at the rest of the cards. Yes, they've been going through in the background this entire time, but enjoy taking a look at the rest of the cards that are going through. It's hard to get 8 hours of footage down to under 20, so I had to do what I had to do. So enjoy! So, thanks for watching, and if you could like and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. Again, thank you for watching, and until next time, I am Umbrenero. Bye!